telephone kedoko masefifo togoto kata sibo wavokata hambo kazu pasa kuka pasa toji donawo manina butama devokata na dewo fatuna ni homen afina nyeblem yeta ko machifu pasa to de kuku anenye hamavu onuma kata kuku abe American Volvo akema nusamo ijina wapasa ene makunachi ododio
Good evening, my dear intelligent, dedicated, and very highly discerning brothers and sisters. Good evening, fellow Ghanaians, citizens of Omofia, Sika Perere, Yepen Kore, Bwaminami Viawu, Galamsey Gold Mafia Republic, Stolen Crude Oil Mafia Republic, citizens of the island of Saint-Tropez, the south of France, and citizens of Guyana, home of loot allegedly stolen from Ghana. And I hope that the other people will be trying to find a way of paying a visit to that country very soon. I thank you all so much for choosing Ghana's most hated and most controversial radio station, Radio Gold 90.5 FM, and Ahota FM are venerable allies and partners in the resistance. At this time, to listen to the assumptions of a complete villager. My name is Efo Dawubida Kosivi Kosi Kokosa Achka. And I am the bold, fearless, no-nonsense, but very highly objective grandson of the great Togbi Wanya for Tegbi in the great Volta region of Ghana, or whatever is left of it. This evening, too, as always, I've come to allow my village autonomous mouth to run amok, so help me God. About that, things are happening, A lot of things are happening. By the way, did anybody see Boy Obama's subtle shade in the direction of Grandpa when he started his statue tour in the great Volta region of Ghana? True. But that Grandpa had frightened our revered traditional authorities so much that when some of them saw Bole Obama, they thought he was going to order them to stand up and greet him. But you see, the truth is that if you are the commander-in-chief who does not qualify height-wise to be commander-in-chief, you will have to, you understand, cure your deficiency by being belligerent and backing others at people, you understand? You see that the real commander-in-chief didn't have to do much. True. When the overlords saw him, they wanted to stand up themselves and say, no. You sit down, let me greet you. Now, brother, that's the difference, lah. And speaking of Grandpa, the last time I saw the man in public, within 3 weeks, he has shrunk. True. I think the man was being supported to walk. True. Just 3 weeks. Just 3 weeks of power being taken from him. And even the physiological changes that have taken place resembles your eyes. Yet, when some of us were telling them to take it easy, that power was very tricky, that exercising it was like holding on to ice in a hot environment, that if it shrunk, very little was left. They didn't get it, though. My brother, just 3 weeks of losing power. And look at how Grandpa has shrunk. Well, the worst is yet to come. Oh. The other thing which I find very interesting is a special kind of amnesia that has gripped Yanum in the last 3 weeks. Oh. I've been observing the micro minority and I feel like I'm watching a movie or two. A part of me actually admires the tenacity and the bluster with which they are pushing certain agendas, or like the loud chanting about the lack of representation of some constituency in parliament too. I said, but it has only been 3 weeks and the micro minority are shouting already. Please, how long did the people of Konkonsa lack representation in parliament when their MP, one-time MP, was arrested for drug trafficking while Yanum prepared the grounds? 6 months or 3 months? How long did the people of Asin North lack representation when Jachi Kwesin was being dragged through our courts like a cow through an abattoir, simply because Yanum desperately needed a majority and had to chip away at the seats of people wherever possible? Did they, in that particular case, not stop Jachi Kwesin from ever stepping foot in parliament until the determination of the matter? Did they not disenfranchise the South people for 4 years strategically because they needed a certain seat very badly? And it's been only 3 weeks and they are shouting. So this is very remarkable. Anyway, I believe they need to be cured of their amnesia. Because 3 weeks is too short to forget the kinds of mafioso evil things that people did to other people in this country in their desperation to hold on to power or chip away at some seats to achieve a certain end. Though. So it is too early. They should relax. They have not seen anything yet, though. They should be even thanking God that we have reincarnations of Jesus Christ and Mahatma Gandhi in the umbrella party, like our very beautiful, well-dressed, well-spoken Auntie Joyce, who was heard saying that they intend to treat and be very civil and nice to Grandpa. Well, me, in the aftermath of some of these things that I've heard in my ears, I've been trying to understand something. I want to understand why whenever Yanum get power, they are completely immoral and ruthless in their dealings with and towards the umbrella people. My brother, in the time of Dr. Wawa, irrespective of the fact that Jerry Boom had ruled this country for 19 years and handed over, and irrespective of the fact that Dr. Wawa actually worked in Jerry Boom's government, when Dr. Wawa became president, they had to go after Jerry Boom and his wife. And they didn't give a hoot. When they won power in 2001, if they had to raid people's homes at night with armed men to retrieve caught state vehicles in their possession, they did not give a hoot. Joe. I mean, by law, the state is supposed to resettle all ex-presidents. And I remember with chagrin the kind of resettlement package Dr. Wawa awarded to himself, 8.5 months salary times number of years saved, which is 8 years, 6 comprehensively insured cars, 2 homes at places of his choice, and $1 million to set up a foundation. This was after selling everything sellable and gifting over $1 billion of our oil find to 2 of his friends. Even though some people suspect that some people are allegedly fronting for some people are allegedly something, no. Yet, the state gave him this package. Look at how Grandpa's government treated Bole Obama when he left office. Look at the ruthlessness with which it was done. There was no consideration for the fact that the man had been controlling the affairs of the country for 4 years before handing over to them. There was no consideration for the law. There was no consideration for convention or committee reports on the subject. Remember that there had been some committees like the Green Street and Chinese Committee and all those things, which had been specifically set up to come up with fitting retirement packages for our president. So, none of those things were considered in the treatment of Bole Obama. Last, the house he lived in, which he wanted to continue to live in as his retirement home, they denied him the opportunity and started a vicious rumor that he wanted to buy the house. And so for 8 years, the state did not do anything to accommodate the man. The man had bought his own house privately and lived in it. Beyond that, they found ways to humiliate him severally. Yet, here are umbrella people talking about how they intend to treat and be civil to the chubby pharaoh from Chebi. Please, how does it work? Can anybody explain this phenomenon to me? Is it politics or is it church? Which brings me to the controversy or the controversial appointments on the part of the new government to some very sensitive government agencies. First of all, let it be on record that the ultimate responsibility and power to appoint people to fill spaces lies solely on the shoulders of the Oga Kpata at the top. And nobody can question that. We also know that the Oga has immense resources to check the background and everything checkable about anybody before he appoints them. The only problem is that some of these appointments raise eyebrows and questions in the minds of people. And here, I want to bring up a small scenario. So the year is 2015. And Nana Rodako Akufo-Addo is opposition leader. And then the National Communications Authority goes on some rampage and there's some flimsy illegal pretext to shut down radio stations for various infractions without recourse to clauses in their own law makes room for redress and resolution of problems, or the sacred principles of natural justice, which is at the heart of law. And so stations which are supposed to be aligned to the Elephant Party, numbering about 131, are shut down for 3 years. Thousands of people lose their jobs. Some die in the process. During the period of closure, attempts are made to even resell those frequencies to party faithfuls. And there are threats to even reassign those frequencies when the need arises, at the discretion of the National Communications Authority. And then miraculously, Nana Akufo-Addo was benefiting from the wake of those stations in terms of their activism and advocacy and amplifying of issues, becomes president. And I forgot. Most of those stations in question never got any advertisement from any government agency for over 8 years. Not once. So after all these things that I've just chronicled, if Nana Akufo-Addo becomes president, is there anywhere in hell this gentleman who led the closure of all these radio stations will ever get the top job at the National Communications Authority? Will he even be allowed to stay there, to continue working there? The moment the man becomes president, please, this is a hypothetical situation. You can call it the hypothesis of Nana Akufo-Addo and the RCA top job. I want you to ask yourself this question. That if this scenario had played out and Nana became president, the person who led this oppression, number one, will even be allowed to continue working at that place, let alone be given the top job? Why are these rules changing under the umbrella party? Secondly, by the time Nana Akufo-Addo became president, there were a few relics of the umbrella party in a few offices. The Bank of Ghana at the time was being headed by Dr. Nashiru Isaaku. Dr. Opuni was at Cocoa Board. Mr. Enes Maule Agbeshi was at Ghana Commercial Bank. All of who had valid contracts with the state of Ghana. Someone like Charlotte Osei had constitutional immunity and was permitted to be removed from office only under strict proof of court-stated misbehavior per the 1992 Constitution. My dear brothers and sisters, all these people were yanked off like ticks on a doggo. Some of them didn't last 2 months into the new government. People were in a hurry now. And I am aware that for some of them, even their entitlements have not been paid till date though. So once again, I want to find out why when the elephant people are involved, they go about things with a certain kind of ruthlessness, precision, and impunity. that can make the most vile mafia don proud. And yet, when the shoe is on the other foot, the umbrella people go all soft and try to be nice and law-abiding. Is there something that I am not getting? Or I am missing something that is written somewhere that only the two parties understand? My brother, look at the tassels, the tassels of our parliamentary seats and how both parties handle them. I think that I have to pray to Angel Agbeko so that he will reveal some things to me in a dream. Maybe only then will I understand what these things entail. Until then, let me go somewhere and keep my village autonomous mouth shut. But by the way, which gentleman made some 25 social media land guards and gave them 1,000 Ghana cedis each to come and spin the narrative as far as this very strange, eerie move at the RCA is concerned? Which person is that? Can the person own up? It's okay, just own up so that we'll know that, oh, yeah, you did this. So you had, 25,000 Ghana cedis and you met people and you gave it to them so that they'll come and try to change the narrative, right? Wonderful. Keep it up. Anyway, but this is not even what I've got to talk about this evening. This one, I just get to ask questions. You understand? Okay, I'm getting some feedback from those of you who are listening on Facebook. Wonderful. Good evening to all of you. And yeah, keep listening. All right. The other day, I announced boldly that I wanted a godfather or godmother. So far, none of you has responded. I don't like that too. Please come and adopt me, Konkonsa too. So that when people meet in some rooms and certain things are being discussed, me too, my name can be mentioned like, am I not also a human being? Don't I also deserve some of the good life in the government? True. My brother, if you people don't respond and come and adopt me and make me your godson, in my next few episodes, I will mention some names of some people and force them to be my godparents by force. So I have served notice. Please, if you are godfather material, start making yourself available. Yo. Meanwhile, I'm hearing some very strange, illogical things from Yanumu too. I mean, some of the things, it's like, my brother, when you lose elections, it can be painful. So now they've gone, they're attacking the presidential entourage who travels with the president. They are starting attacking. Oh, my brother. Is that how painful the thing can be? That now people are questioning why the president's son is traveling with him. Oh. Anyway, I like the spiritedness with which, they are forcing non-issues to become issues. Oh, it's very, very remarkable. You understand? But they should... We have not even gotten anywhere yet. Oh. So, I don't know. I mean, if the government takes off properly, I don't know what they are going to say. Oh. Anyway, my time is up. And yes, I have to be getting ready to check out of the studio. So that is about it. Hello, Cheryl. I don't understand your message. Okay, Eric, April, Anang, Sodo, Glad, David, Jerry, Nita Kia Boy, BB Carman, no visuals. No, you can't see. Fatih Hussein, Citizen Mark, and Citizen Mark. Thank you all for sending kind messages to the program this evening. I shall be here again on another occasion. May God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make it great and strong. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Ever!
Yeah, Mama.
Wanya?
Your friend Mama na me dey sign. So they will see when you edro. And then remo PC Herbal Center. And then fidie ehwehwe nipadua mu. Na odi ahahanra